Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Stocks on the move. I'm Charlie Pellet with a weekly roundup of some of the stocks that saw significant movements this week. And joining us now, Bloomberg's Natalia Knežević. Well, let's begin with Warner Brothers Discovery. It is the stock that keeps on giving in terms of business reporters. What were some of the big stories, some of the big news, and indeed the big move involving WBD?
Yeah, so shares are down today by 1.5% on a weekly basis. They posted a gain of 3.7%. So the latest news comes from the report of New York Post, which is saying that Paramount Skydance could walk away from its $30 per share cash bid and instead could litigate against the company's board for how it handled the process. People inside Paramount Skydance alleged that directors and management ignored their $6 all-cash offer for the company and favored Netflix's cash stock bid throughout the bidding process. So we have lots of news. Potentially, we may hear more before the end of the year. But anyway, investors have until late January to make the final decision.
Indeed, Warner Brothers Discovery year-to-date up 172%. Well, some of the other stocks that saw significant moves, a company called Sable, SOC on the ticker. Tell us a little bit about the news involving Sable.
Right, so the stock is down by 13% today. However, earlier this week, it posted a 36% gain after U.S. regulators issued an emergency special permit for the part of this contested California pipeline, basically paving the way for Sable Offshore to begin pumping crude at its offshore oil rigs. However, today, Environmental Defense Center and Center for Biological Diversity filed an emergency motion to hold the restart of this pipeline. Environmental groups are saying that restarting the pipeline system would invite another oil disaster on the central coast. So lots of moves in the stock, so potentially we will see more.
All right. And then from Sable over to Nvidia, always making news. And by the way, this stock up almost 42% year to date. What were some of the big news, some of the big stories, some of the big news surrounding Nvidia?
Yeah, so Nvidia is also up by 5.3% on the weekly basis, and this is the biggest gain since early October. So today we've learned that Nvidia is up after the chipmaker agreed to a licensing deal with the AI startup Grok. Analysts are really positive on this news. So the company paid for the right to use Grok's technology and will integrate its chip design into future products. Some of the startup executives are leaving to join Nvidia to help with that effort. Grok, meanwhile, will continue as an independent company with a new CEO. The deal has received multiple positive, I would say, commentaries from Wall Street analysts. For example, Bernstein is saying that the move appears strategic in nature for Nvidia as they leverage their increasingly powerful balance sheet to maintain dominance in key assets. But it also seems to be more like a grab for technology and human capital by Nvidia rather than straight purchase.
All right, there you have it. Natalia Knežević, we thank you very much. Stocks on the move. I'm Charlie Pellet, and this is Bloomberg.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.